was taking it from the street today, on the ground. A few weeks ago, I made a video about the idea that it's okay to not have all the answers. So on the flip side of that, don't have all the answers. I think often you're left with a lot of confusion. So today I want to talk about how to deal with that confusion. It's not about solving confusion, solving for the answers, but how to deal with that confusion. Now, I'll give an example of a time that I was confused. Just give a recent one, for reference. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do after full time, I was really conflicted about whether or not I wanted to stay in Chicago or stay in New York, where I was going to school. When I first come to New York, I didn't really like it, and so looked for internships all outside of New York. So landed this place in Chicago for my junior year, the big summer internship. And for the weeks leading up until my June start date for that internship, I kept thinking to myself whether or not I wanted to take that full-time offer, even though I hadn't started yet. And I was talking to a lot of people, talking to parents, families, friends, everyone that I could get a hold of, and thinking a lot for myself whether or not I wanted to do it. I ultimately got convinced to just go first, don't think too much about it, and see what it's like and make a decision afterwards. So going into that internship, weeks 1 through 7, was having a great time, meshed really well with the people, found the work engaging, and could really see myself going there full time. Weeks 8, 9, 10 roll around, and I feel a very natural sense that it wasn't the right place. I started to miss the opportunities that were available to me in New York, the higher energy people, the vibrancy, the concentration of high achievers that I could surround myself to accomplish the goals that I had in mind. And it became almost a light bulb switch moment, as fast as that, a snap of a finger, where I realized it wasn't the right place for me. And it was that juxtaposition with the countless hours that I had spent thinking that helped me realize when you're confused, oftentimes the best thing to do isn't to think more and more and more, to do more research, to talk to more people, to learn more. You're not missing any information. Oftentimes it just is about taking the time to try things as a natural progression towards relieving that confusion. For me right now, I'm very confused about where I want to take this YouTube channel. I'm at a point where I've found decent consistency. I've been posting this for a few weeks now, and I can see myself having that momentum to continue going. But I've been talking about, a certain subset of topics, operating in a certain niche in the last couple of weeks. But there's elements of my life, my job, of public speaking that I also want to share, and just confused about the general direction I want to take this channel. And so this week, in preparation for this video, was really debating and having a tough time about what I would want to make a video about, and realized this would be the perfect thing to talk about. Confusion is very natural, and I think there's no need to always solve it. As I've gone through life, a lot of the things have just cleared up naturally. Right now in work, I've thought for a long time about what I want to go next, but I've started to feel some budding interests and directions about where I want to go. It's not clear yet, but it's a lot more clear than when I first started having these thoughts. So I just want to leave you guys with that, an encouragement that when you're confused, to try things. There's no other way to, I think, really resolve it. And trying things isn't an immediate fix. It requires you to dedicate and commit yourself to trying things. And it might be about trying more than one thing. You try something, that doesn't feel right. Try something else, that doesn't feel right. Continue going and piece together those pieces of information that you pick up to ultimately feel like you have a full picture. Beautiful day out there, guys. We're feeling good. Summer's right around the corner. I think really in full swing. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head where I want to take this stuff, like I just told you. But I'm very excited. I'm gonna keep doing this. And I hear a lot of people who have made it on to the other end in terms of, having garnered a large audience, having garnered a large following. And they always reference that it's not something that they ever really had planned for or imagined would happen. And I feel like I'm in that exciting spot right now where I'm committed to this, want to keep doing this, but have no idea where all of this is gonna take me. It's gonna end up taking me. So super excited. Have a great night, guys.